this is Castle of Castle Does, and I'm bringing you some more Doom 2 action again. And this one's a little bit different because this is the point where I decided that I was going to try having a large canyon filled with lava, and it would tie into the elevator sequence I had in the last episode, where when the elevator came down, you'd be looking out a window, and the window would frame a large evil tower like in a lava area, and then that would be the goal of moving forward. All right, so let's get started. So at this point, I'm still really feeling this out. Like, I've never really even had the lava is actually like a liquid that you could jump into and you like be underneath the lava and burning to death. There's some weird new features. So I put like some kind of gravel texture down below and then made an actual liquid lava. There's all kinds of weird stuff going on at this point. But a lot of the scripting ends up going a lot higher end. Like, I actually spawn in imps. Like you would see monsters always spawning in when you're playing newer games and stuff like that. Well, I'm doing some of that as well. And I remember I'm doing it only at the beginning of the level. So like I'm going with a very modern feel, but then after the action's over, how it slows down, you're inside of the tower. Now it's time to start collecting keys and opening doors. But for the beginning of this, it's Call of Doom, as far as I'm concerned. And that's what I'm working towards. So I really think the elevator sequence is important for it to frame exactly like, okay, I'm going towards that crazy thing. It's kind of difficult to really convey like a city, you know, it would take a lot of art to get that right. For now, they're just like big blocky buildings. But I'm block meshing it in. I want to get that, I want to get these things in place, and I want to say, hey, look, it's a bunch of brick buildings. I mean, it's always been Doom, and I know the standard should be a lot higher, and different brick. And then, like, what is the building that you're currently in? There's a lot of polish that's going to need to go on here in order to get this proper. Okay, so when you move a little bit further, at this point, I decided that I'm going to trigger a special sequence for a really intense battle. So as soon as you come out, up those stairs, it's going to trigger, the music's going to change, and all shit's going to just break loose. This sequence is supposed to be extremely intense, like beyond that of the magnitude of what you would normally see. Like, and it would come out in, like, I guess Doom 2 is generally a pretty damn action-packed game, so I can't really say beyond the magnitude of Doom 2, but something that really ups the ante and just puts it right in overdrive, and that's the goal at this point. So I start thinking, well, what are the different ways I could do this? There's a number of different ways I can go about it. One of the things I have is a bunch of Marines, good Marines, that are spawned for extra fodder, you know, and causes them to like start shooting, and you see like bullets, explosions, and stuff like that going on automatically, even if you don't do anything. If you decide to hold back a little bit, but those Marines, it's hard to strike a balance where the Marines get killed without actually doing too much of the work for you. The sequence ends up being so intense that I end up having to actually give you some way to hide behind something so that you can actually find cover, because once you come up those stairs, it's like really there's just too much shit flying towards you, especially in Brutal Doom. This won't be that bad in regular Doom, but in Brutal Doom, like a Mankey bus basically lights the entire level on fire. Those most ridiculous monsters in a first-person shooter, probably. So I decided at this point, there's another thing I want to do. I'm going to make, wow, this was actually over faster than it should have been. I'm going to make the plasma rifle the main weapon. Anyway, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more.